Good afternoon, everyone. Today is 20th of July 2026. This is the NYAM session. Quick trade review for the day. Hopefully you learn something. Hopefully you get some free sauce out of this. We're going to be doing these more regularly, so be aware on the channel each day, or at least after every position that I take, I'll be doing a review and sharing it on YouTube. So today's session, we ran the highs of this, so taking liquidity on NYSE Open above these highs. I was expecting these highs to be ran, but we run them a little bit early in the session, so we ran them at around 12:30 time, UK time. Took the highs, ran back below. We respected the trade session open price, which then made me realise that actually on the NYSE session we're going to take these new fresh highs. These, I would say, is an engineered liquidity pull, whereas this to your left hand side is your liquidity pull. So running into NYSE, the market's actually engineered some fresh liquidity to take on NYSE Open. And like I say, on NYSE Open, we did run the highs. We ran these, took liquidity above, and at this point then, we're currently in Q2 micro session of the 90-minute Q3 window. So then I was basically waiting for the next Q3 session to start, and that started at 2:45, I think 2:44 p.m. UK time. So we ran this, took the highs again above, and as we started to start into Q3, we started to have price come down. So then this was my indication, right, we know we're going for short trades because we're above session opens, daily opens, monthly opens, etc. So I know I'm looking to short back into that phase. If we just turn off the quarterly cycles and put volume profile on the minute then, don't forget this volume profile has already updated, but up here we had low volume nodes where price hasn't been in today's session just yet. So this to me is that this price level at 29,000 is not going to hold price. We're going to start shorting off from this level. So I got in shorts just after this candle, after this spike down, got in shorts, stop loss just above, and we ran this trade down to these lows right here, back into, sorry, I keep switching the charts over. Yeah, so we ran it back into the POC for the day, but also these lows right here, and it would be the trade session open over here, which we currently respected after this push out and pull back down. We respected that level. So my thought process is, if we're going to respect that level again, I'm happy to take profit at that level and get out the market. And as you can see, price didn't come down much further. Come down, looks like it was going to tag this TDO right here, which it never did. Sort of bounced from this price level, and now we're sort of like consolidating in this price range. So I'm happy with that. I'm in and out for the day. That's USTEC this afternoon. UK100 was this morning. So we had a similar setup, but more in the London session going into the NYAM session. If we look here then, we currently ran price on the session open at 10,500-ish. We ran all of these highs. If we look left, we ran that high, ran this high, ran that high. So all this liquidity is now being taken out the market. That is our fuel then to push us shorter. On this micro session open, we actually pushed up one last time before coming down. And again, if we look at the Q2 and Q2 90-minute cycle and micro cycle, we switched over at around 12:53 p.m. And with these two cycles actually aligning together, that was another indication to get in short while I could. If we turn off that, put volume profile on, as you can see at this level up here, we had quite a lot of volume coming above the area where we was going short. So I believe it was around this level here. So when before I was getting in short into the markets then, I was looking at this price level right here as we came back up from this low. I was watching this price level to see whether we would push through this new volume, or whether we would respect it and come back down. And as soon as we had that indication of, right, we've got 2 bearish candle closes, I'm getting in this position, we're going to fill this gap right here and go short. So this position was only played back into the actual trade session of the day. So I was looking to short to these lows, which was respected by the 9:30 open on Friday afternoon. But full target these lows down here. If we switch to the 5-minute time frame, you can quite clearly see that we ran these lows, and now we are looking at coming back up into this session. So again, that was a 10 risk to reward trade. Entered actually in with low risk on my side because I rated it more like a grade B rather than a full-on grade A, and put aggressive risk behind it. Again, with it being a Monday, we don't need to go too aggressive. We can lay off the table a little bit and still make some money. So that was both trades for today. We had one obviously at around 12.50, and we had another trade on USTEC, like I say, at like 2:45, just after the NYSE Open. Great day in the markets, and we are done for the day. So please drop your comments below. Let us know what you think to these little reviews that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to try and build a bit more of a community back up. Follow us on Instagram if you're not already following us. It's MattFXScalper. Drop us a follow on there. I've been doing this shit for about 8 years now. I've got verified proof all over my Instagram. Have a look, drop me a follow, drop me a message, I'll get back to you. I like interacting with absolutely everyone that is in trading and that is actually wanting to know a little bit more. And even if you just want a general chit chat about trading, drop us a message. I'm always there. Make sure to like, subscribe this video. It'll help push on the channel a little bit further. Obviously, still fairly new to YouTube, so just trying to grow it out a little bit more. But yeah, peace and love, and I'll see you tomorrow.